Where Ori? Where sound? Where content? Here. Here be content. Here be me. Here be sound. Haha. Let's swap over to the thingy mob thing. Yes. Thing. Good. Yes. All ready to go and things. Very readies and stuff. Whoa, actually I'm gonna move this here so I can like see it a bit better. There we go. And then I don't have to like look super far away for like everything to work. A belief system. Yeah. So because most of the like different places are gonna have like magic and stuff, and the magic's gonna come from like spirits. And then it makes sense that the spirits would be like part of their religious beliefs. And so a belief system is like a good place to start. It's like a what overall is going on with the world. The chat box is a bit weird above me. I'll have to fix that at some point. My spirit says your mum is stupid. Yes, exactly. But yeah. So their belief system is centered around spirits, mystical beings on another realm. Certain thing, feeling, yeah. Thing or feeling. Yeah, so, small text be super duper hard to read. Damn, okay, wait a second. 10 out of 10, I can fix. If I do this, no. Okay, look, I will work out how to fix this, okay? I'll just hide that. Yeah, cool. Who needs things? Is that better? If that's better. Yeah, better. Okay, cool. Just, you know, getting used to doing stuff. Yeah, I downloaded a new like word style thing to replace the one that I had, because the one that I had was annoying me too much. So I found an open source one that seems pretty usable called LibreOffice, which it feels just like Word, except it's free, so much better. But yeah, so it seems super nice so far. I mean, I haven't tried any of the other things, but the Word thing, it feels good. Or completely fucks with formatting. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sure it'll be fine. Magic is believed to originate from these spirits. The spirits and their followers. Comes out super fucked. That's not good. Can I like make it slightly more? I think it won't like jump around too much now. PDF. Oh yeah. Unless it's PDF. Oh, so it handles PDFs well. That's good. I suppose PDF is like the base system-y type thing. So yeah, I mean, for example, followers of Nyx, Moon Spirit, take magical from the moon. Uh, it's an Outlook document preview. Oh no. The worst thing is when you open a document and it goes into like the hex codes. Do you know the hex codes where it's just like the entire thing is like A04, B07 to blah 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 blah, and it's just like trying to describe how the document looks in like almost binary. And then it's like to a human you're like, what the fuck does this say? I don't understand. Um I think we should split the spirits. There should be like stronger spirits and weaker spirits. And the weaker ones have their own magical powers, but they can't like interact very well with the world, and they can't like grant other people powers. But then the greater ones could. I think that makes sense. Interact. Whole documents shuffled and merged pieces. Different levels of powerful. Exactly. Yeah. So like, you might have a wind spirit. Strong magic user versus a patron. Exactly. So you might have a wind spirit that's like flies around, can make the wind change and stuff, and you might have the wind spirit, which can grant people like the ability to control the wind or like stuff like that. I've not really thought about it too much so far. I just know that somehow the spirit's gonna be like connected to how the people that believe in it get their like magic. The alpha wind spirit and its side bitches. Exactly. I just went with wind because everyone seems to love wind spirits and stuff. And that seems to be like the go-to almost. This interacts less. I don't know how to describe this. Interact less with the world? Less directly with the world. No, they interact more directly with the world. The world, physical forms, much like their embodiment. Pile of pebbles. Yeah, like, I think that's kind of cool, right? Stupid and agile, basically things like gravity types gravitate towards like. Oh, yeah. If you ask different people to pick like an element, and I don't like any of the base like elements. That's the thing. I would just go with fire for a lack of like picking any of the four. Yeah, with secondary would probably be. I mean, Earth is definitely last. I would put Earth last because I don't know. Earth just doesn't feel right. Maybe. I mean, the other. I don't really care. Like, I don't like any of them. I only said fire because fire feels like the least. I don't know, chained. I mean, I guess that's wind though. I don't really like wind. Maybe water. No, maybe water would be first actually. Water makes more sense when I think about it. But no, I don't think I fit into any of them, just not Earth. Water, air, earth, fire. See, do you account like nature with Earth, like plants and stuff? Because I don't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. If I did, though, it probably wouldn't be last. But like, when you say Earth, I don't think of like plants and things. I think rocks and stones and what do you count them with? I don't count them with. Like, there's so much stuff that just doesn't fit into the elements. If you say that there's base 4. Like, what, is every animal supposed to fit into an element? It doesn't make sense. They can't fit into an element. What does light count as? Is light Air? It, light's definitely not air. Is it fire? Not really. You can definitely have light without fire. Like, I don't know. Pedantic guess. I don't like the element system, okay? I don't like choosing. Choose too hard. I don't know, if there was a nature one, I'd probably go more for nature. Nature or like light, I think would be the two choices that I would make if they were included somewhere. But then like I wouldn't want like rocks or earth, definitely not. A better question, okay. Pokemon type. Hmm. Mm, hmm. Pokemon type. I mean, I could go through these. I don't think it'd be like normal. It wouldn't be fighting. Could take out like rock, ground, probably not dragon. I feel like the only reason I discount fairy is nostalgia. Being like, that doesn't, I don't know. Mm, maybe like, I struggle to say grass. I kind of want to say grass, but I don't feel like it fits perfectly well. And like, that's the problem. Nothing fits perfectly well because everyone's like a mix of stuff. Um, Flying maybe, but I don't know. No, flying doesn't really fit. Um, maybe like, okay, if I can combine two, maybe like grass fairy or something like that. Because that kind of makes sense. Very naturey and then very sort of jump around, light, fairy, fae style stuff. There probably is a grass fairy Pokemon. What would that even make me? Uh, Rock Spirit might appear as a pile of little pebbles. Um, Elfin. El Elfin? Do you have Google in a different language? What in the world is that? Whimsicott. I'm. mm, okay, that's fine. I never really liked Whimsicott that much, but it's it's alright. There's probably another one. Tend to interact less directly with the world. After mortals. Well, not always. Didn't play Gen 5. Oh, but Gen 5 was one of the best ones. It was definitely one of the better ones. Usually based around the spirit bodies. Are you getting... Oh, you don't have a Switch. Well, you get a Switch. Are you gonna get the remakes of 4? I'm actually quite enjoying them. Yeah. They're fun, they're fun. I'm at Victory Road right now. I started like going through it and then I was like, I've been playing for a while. I want to break. So world building. And then it sounds like we're gonna play Mario Kart later, so I guess long break. I'll probably like do it tomorrow or something. Got 2 weeks to get paid and for Switches to come back and say, wait, they're out of stock? That's kind of surprising they've been out so long. I wouldn't have expected them to be out of stock. Yeah. Uh, oh, yeah, fuck lights. Like, you want to be able to plug it into your TV and be like, play on big screen. Can embody multiple concepts. Do I want to make them unique? Like, a greater spirit can't overlap with another one? Like, the greater moon spirit is the only, like, greater moon spirits? Or do I want to make it so that there could be multiple greater moon spirits? Or maybe I just have it like a greater spirit could also be a lesser spirit in another thing. No, I think that's getting too complicated. I think like if there's only one that adds a layer of importance, exactly. But I like to think of it as well, like because they embody multiple concepts that in some parts of the world, like one of these spirits would be known by a completely different name. There's a lot of grey spirits. It's like, oh, another one of those, for fuck's sake. Yeah, exactly. That's what kind of what the lesser spirits are supposed to be. Like, oh, fuck, this, like, tree man is, like, just fucking up my day again. Why won't he let me go through his forest? But then if you make a greater one, it's like, oh, shit. I'm in trouble. Oh, no, I'm in trouble. Will only be bound to one spirit. Example, Nyx. I mean, I'm only using Nyx as the example because it's the only one I've really got in my mind right now for a greater spirit. I think the moon and light. Do I want light as a concept to be stuck to Nyx, or do I want it to be that? I'm not sure. Like, I feel like I could split that down more. Maybe it's like something else. But I have kind of tied Nyx to light a lot already, so it makes sense. I think greater spirits as well, all of them are going to have like, or generally going to have something large that they embody, and then maybe a few smaller things. What is the moon? The moon or moons? I think moons. Let's swap it up a little. Moons. Moons, light, and oh, actually, no. Let's starlight. I think different types of light should be like tied to different spirits, because that's kind of a cool idea. Like maybe you end up having a fight between two people that are using these like abilities, and one of them's pulling like light from the night sky to empower them, and then another one's pulling it from like a nearby fire because they've got like firelight, and they're both trying to like put out the other one's source of power. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool idea. I kind of want to throw another thing in here for what she could embody. I mean, secretly, Nyx is based off of Arencia, so let's just... Butterflies. We'll throw butterflies in there. Butterfly... Wait, is that how you spell butterflies? That is how you spell butterflies. I think maybe curiosity. Let's throw curiosity on there because I feel like she's supposed to be quite curious. Or really is supposed to be curious, so that makes sense. Mm. No other great spirits embody any of these. Okay, maybe I should say like about how people like worship them. That makes sense. So across the land, various mortals. Yeah, mortals and lesser spirits, you know, actually. No, just mortals. Just mortals, not the lesser spirits. I feel like the lesser spirits, they kind of have their own thing, but they're just kind of like, oh shit, dad's here. I gotta stop fucking around. When like the greater spirit shows up, it's like, oh no, mummy's home. Daddy's home, hide everyone. Circus land, various mortals worship and revere. Worship and revere different greater spirits. Is magic's not a word? I feel like magic's is a word. Should I like have a different word for magic? Maybe it's not magic. Maybe it's something else. Spirit. No, I've called them spirits. Powers? No. Various. Not sure. She's suggesting I should add D&D in front. Maybe I could change to the D&D category to be fair, but it's not specifically D&D. So I'm just gonna put RPG world. You know what? I'm gonna swap it up to RPG world building. There, yeah. That's more. I feel like that's more in line with what it actually is. I don't like magic as a word. I don't want to use it, but I'm not really sure what it could be replaced with. These various magics. I think I need what do I need? I need to go look up like words for magic. I feel like I'm just blanking completely. Synonyms for magic. Sorcery, witchcraft, enchantments? I wouldn't really be given enchantments. Chances, spell binding. No. Allure, fascination. No. Enticement. Brilliance. Dexterity. What? How is spanking a word for magic? Oh, apparently magic just is being like magic could mean wonderful or exciting. So here are other words that can mean that. Apparently spanking means wonderful and exciting. That's bad. That's lewd. Too lewd. I really hate using the word magic, but I think I'm gonna have to stick with it. I can maybe go back and change it. Change it later. Processes so they're granted magics. Usually via some method linked to their. Usually via some method linked to their spirit. For example, I think putting examples in is quite useful. I don't know. Followers. I think I was guessing like what I want to write and just like throwing it up. That's kind of cool. Magic is hard to. Magic is fused into dust. Usual limits. I don't know. Is that what? Do I really want to put anything more into the system overview right now? I don't really think so. Spirits of Arencia. So what spirits do I want? So I think as well. What I want to do is. So I want like a subheading. So these are heading 1. So if I have a heading 2 underneath it here. Nix. What else could I call her? What might other people call her if they worship Starlight? Celeste. That makes sense. Nix, Celeste. Yeah, Nix and Celeste. That's fine for now. Let's just put a little bit in. Nix. There's some parts of the world where she embodies the moon and starlight. Where she embodies the moon. Well, moon and starlight. Yeah, I guess starlight still makes sense. And in others, Celeste embodying starlight. Welcome back. Woo. With less laundry and more toast. That is a good swap. Whoever made that trade, doing real well. Well, doing real bad, but real good for you to make that trade. Granted power. Actually, I do want to write a bit more about the magic up here, I think. Magic is a finite. Do not hold well. The power leaks over time. It has to be refilled often. Yeah. Power is often dangerous. are not built to cope with the strain. It's a finite resource body that its power leaks over time and has to be refilled often. Yeah, that makes sense. Using vast amounts of power is often dangerous for mortals if their bodies are not built to cope with the strain. Yeah. Because I don't want magic to be just like widespread in this world, and just something that's casually like thrown around, because then it can just be like, oh, how do we fix this problem? We use magic. It should always be like, oh, I've got to fix this problem. Oh, I could use magic to do it, but what's it going to cost me to do that? So it should always be like a trade-off of, it's not casual use. Like even for those that have more and it's safer to use, I think it'd be still less like casually used, because like for the followers of Nyx, for example, they can't get any more during the day. So if they run out during the day, that's it. They have nothing. They have to wait until a clear night where they can get a lot of moonlight to refill. Moon is battery charge. Exactly. Moon's like the battery charger. It's your charger that you plug in, and sometimes when it's like a cloudy night, it's like you've bought your UK plug, but oh no, the moon's a European socket. You can't take from it on a cloudy night because there's no light there, or the light's not coming through. And then eventually you find your converter plug. The moon's European. Yeah, exactly. The moon is a European socket, and your charger is a UK charger, and that's why its clouds are there. And then when you find the European charger, that's when the moon is. That's when it's a clear night and you can see the moon. This is a really laboured. That's so laboured. Oh no. Nyx Celeste. Okay, so yeah, Nyx and Celeste definitely not based off of any characters in particular. No, definitely not. I kind of want to put their like main things as well that they embody, so that it's easy to like scroll through and see. Because eventually, I'm assuming I'm gonna end up with a hell of a lot of these. Just being like, oh, I want these people to be like super into this. There's no spirit for this. Although you rested, you get no spell slots. It was a cloudy night. Yeah, that's basically it. Yep. Although, I'll point out, it would mean that during a clear night, I would have infinite spell slots. Are you okay with that? I think it's a cool idea, but like... Definitely not. Just like, yeah, guys, just wait until we go into this, just wait until night so we can do this fight and I can just infinitely cast spells. Yep, that's it. I see no issues with this. I just want to check that I've done this right. Yeah, so there we go, perfect. So I've got my little headings on the side that I can easily get to see like different things. So we've got the spirits. I don't know, I'm happy to like take ideas for spirits as well, because I don't really have many ready. I definitely want one that's like dust. It's gonna be like spirit of dust, of greed as well. I'm not sure what else I'd want to give this one. Yeah, but dust, I think dust and grease is like a good starting point, but I don't know what to call them. This is another one. I'll just put a question mark for now, because, yeah, who knows. Grants power through dust. Contained in a specific cave system. Dragon's Heart. The power is the powder. Is extremely powerful, but has terrible side effects. Addictive. Yeah, so those are like the only two ideas that I actually had for spirits to start with. At least I think so. I could go check actually. There might be like another one that I have just hanging around. I think I did have another one lying around somewhere, but I can't remember where I put it. I'd have to go looking. What kind of concepts? It can literally be anything, because you can see right now I've got like personal aspects, things, light. The two I have right now are very different in nature. Yep. That's kind of it. They can be anything. Like, in theory, this world has a greater spirit for everything. Literally everything. It's just that a lot of them, you know, don't give a shit about the world, so they never show up. Whereas some of them are more like, I wanna fuck with people. Let's go have some fun. Or they have like their pet humans or like pet mortals that they're like, these are my mortals. I'm gonna look after them. They're basically playing The Sims. That's what the spirits are doing. Spirits basically play The Sims. I'm actually gonna write that. Greater spirits basically play The Sims with mortals' lives. So if it were you, yo, there's some clear biomes on this land that need spiriting up. It's like a frost spirit for the icy area. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, how much? But would they worship the frost spirit, or would they worship the spirit that like keeps them safe? Sees them as guardians. Yeah, they're kind of like guardians of their little mortals. I kind of expect that the ones that are known about the most are very like attached to their little mortals that they keep safe. So like I assume that most natural disasters are probably caused by like spirits getting angry at each other and being like, "Oh no, stop! You can't like rain on my mortals. I want to keep them dry." And then they have a big fight, and there's like some massive lightning storm or something, because one of them's like, "No, don't send the rain this way. I don't want you to rain on my mortals." And the other one's like, "No, I need to get rid of the rain because it's raining on my mortals." I don't know. It's becoming very much like the mortals are actually just all pets of these big spirits that are like flying around, being like, "Wee, let's just do some fun." I don't know. I need ideas for like. I think a cool like ones to put together might be sleep, sleep and death. That's kind of a cool combination, right? Because it's like sleep and death are kind of close to each other. It's either that, or I think there should be like twinned. The ones for sleep and death should be like twinned together. So like, we have one for death and one for sleep, and they embody other things as well, but they're like canonically see each other as siblings. It's just one of them's like, mortals, yeah, I'll just give them funny dreams and then send them on their way, and the other one's like, nah, I think they should stay dreaming forever. I kind of like that. That could be some interesting like arguments. I don't have names for any of these. I should come up with names. The thing is, like, they'd only have names for the ones where they're like, if they're really worshipped by anyone. I don't know that they would be. This one definitely would be. But I don't know what I'd want to call them. And the thing is, these things don't necessarily need to either. Yeah, exactly. They don't got to be worshipped to exist, but they wouldn't realistically, like. I mean, realistically, they all have names. Like, this is not the name of this spirit. Neither of these is the actual name. This is just the name mortals gave them. And then whenever mortals call them up, they're like, oh yeah, that's what you guys call me. I'm not going to give you my actual name, of course, because you're just some random mortal. You're like my sim. Why would I tell my sims my name? Nyx is actually called Nigel. Oh god. No, but Nyx is based off of something, someone. Yeah. There could be some interesting twins, like, ideas for death. Like, death could have some fun. Decay? Nah, decay's too obvious. I'm gonna add cats to sleep. Sleep and cats. That feels like a combination that makes sense. Sleep, cats, and what's something that kind of makes sense with those? Well, like, it doesn't even have to make sense with them. I don't know. I'll leave that for later. I'm gonna put some question marks because I want them to have at least one more that's like known as a thing. That they're like. Actually, ooh, okay. Yes. They're known to like humans as slumber. What might be interesting is if both of these, if humans don't actually know there's a difference. So both of these are like known to some people as slumber, but like there is a difference, but people just don't realize what it is. So the slumber is an area. I wonder if like we could do something with that. It's supposed to be like a very magic-y, like elvenish area with like it's like a big forest. I mean, it could just be forest. I think it maybe just shadows. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Let's throw shadows in there, and then like let's not gender them. I mean, I guess they'd all have like genders they see themselves as probably, but let's try not. I kind of like the idea of like a lot of the slumber having a specific type of like flower throughout it. And then I could also add like a specific flower to this. Hmm. Flowers. Hmm. Getting into the flower meanings. No, I'm just trying to find a name or like a nice looking flower that I think would look good throughout a forest. Because it could be in like different colors, but it's got to look kind of magic-y. I don't really know. That sounds dumb, but these look kind of good. What are these? Wow, that's in a foreign language. Okay, no idea. Snowdrops are like pretty magic-y. Or actually, you know what? Make it bluebells. Bluebells are kind of magic-y. I like bluebells. Yeah. And then what's a name that could come out of that, I guess? Yeah, sure. And then I need like another something to go with death. What could go with death? I don't know. I kind of want the other like things that death embodies to just be nothing to do with death. Like twin the names. Oh, what? Like give them like a different flower, and then they're like that could be kind of cool. That might work. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna give them like snowdrops because snowdrops are kind of like bluebells. And then, I mean, I'm not gonna call them white. That's oh, dogs. Yeah. You know what? That's kind of interesting. Dogs. And then I need something to do with like, I guess white, because snowdrops. What's a white color? Like what? What? How do I find that? Shades. Shade. Okay. Shades of white. Here we go. Let's see. Does this help? Yeah, a white color that's not just white. Greys and silvers. That could work. Let's go along with violet, because violet's a bit more like, it's not really blue, like bluebells, but I guess silver. Yeah, silver would work quite well. What's a type of silver? Or maybe they're just called silver. Nah. What is this website? Silver is a new, no, that's not. You know, maybe I will just go with a version of silver. Maybe they can just be called silver, actually. I think that's kind of interesting. shiny silvery unsaturated color. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I just don't know what it would be. Would be a good thing to call them. Is there any other interest, like, well, not even just interesting, any other spirits that I want to just heavily feature from something? Because this is all I really want to do today is just come up with a load of spirits that I can use for things. And like, yeah. And they don't need to necessarily be like, it's to like interact at all or anything, but like, just seen people arguing about the game. Being like, oh, so there's hex tech. No. Geographical's fine. Like, but an island spirit? I guess that could work. Although I feel like, yeah, I should have something for them. But I don't want to make an island spirit because it seems like then they'd all just default to being like, yes, the island spirit is our spirit. Like I feel like an island spirit would probably exist, but literally not give any shits about mortals. Yeah, that's pretty good. But like, so maybe like, yeah, waves could work. You just need a name for them then. Spirit of waves. What other kind of things would waves be like twinned with? Or like, what would be a nice thing to twin the waves with? It doesn't even necessarily need to be anywhere close to that. Waves. I kind of want it to just be something. I like just making the things that they're like twinned together make almost like no sense. People just it just being like, what? Why would something be the spirit of both of these things? But then it kind of gives them that extra depth rather than just it being, yeah, I control the waves. I'm all like wavy. Woo. It'd be like, yeah, I control the waves, but also I'm just really fucking angry all the time. So I make other people angry. I don't know, like something. Waves, snakes, and that feeling you get when you see a conversation you missed out and feel sad. You know, I'll take waves and snakes. They weirdly kind of fit. And then fear of missing out. I mean, what about just fear? That could be interesting. And then I feel like there'd probably be... He'd probably have different names for like all of them. I say he. I don't know why this one feels like a guy. But no, they should not have. Turned out a lot more sinister. Yeah, I was expecting him to be like super calm and chill and then suddenly snakes and fear and it's like, ooh, maybe not. I mean, I could just make it super like, what is this even, how does this work? I feel like, yeah, maybe Because just being all about that thing doesn't necessarily mean you're always like, yes, that is what we do, always. Mm. You know what? Let's just put racing in there because, well, why not? That could be interesting. Racing. Yeah, spirit of racing. Why not? Like, don't worry, this makes sense with one of the cities. Then they can be all about this spirit. Like, all of these things. Well, I mean, the waves and the racing fit together really well for this city. And I'm sure I can find a way to put snakes in it. Although they're not, it's not really supposed to all fit towards the city, but yeah. Actually, you know if I can find what the city's called, I could just like name the guy after the city. Oh, but what is the city called? That's, oh no. Where did I save it? No. I'm sure I saved somewhere like, well, what did I call it? That's the real question. Maybe this? Blah 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 blah. Nope. Was it Discord? Did I just not take it out? I thought I took it out and like saved it somewhere, but maybe I didn't. Here's a lore channel. No. Nope. So you just run by a Medusa. Yeah, I mean, that could work, honestly, weirdly. Yes, brook. Brook is a water word. Makes sense. I don't know why I'm trying to find actual words. They should just have, like, actual names. All your spirits went into character creation and hit random. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You'd be fun and chill. Yeah, that'll do for now. We're getting super, like, just whatever. I mean, this is not even the interesting part, to be honest. Naming, like, it's when these start to, like, come into, like, the city's plannings and stuff like that, that it gets a bit more interesting. Do I just want a spirit that's like space, star, sky? Oh, right, I need the sun spirit. That's okay, that's definitely an important one, actually. Sun. Galaxy chat. Well, there will be. This star spirit. I did plan to make spirits that definitely do not embody real people. Not at all. But yeah, if you would like to put some heavy input into the galaxy one. Stars. I mean, that kind of twins this spirit up with Nyx with stars against starlight. sun spirit's definitely needed. Don't hand you responsibility. Hey, I'm happy for like whatever you think embodies Yoria to be just part of this spirit. That can completely work. Mm, yeah, sure. Why not? Too late. You got monkeys now. How that will link together, I have no idea. But I'll find a way. Oh, I need something else for the sun spirit. Your one chance to pick an animal, and you pick monkeys. I mean, you can pick more animals. There's literally no reason why you can't embody multiple. I mean, I'm gonna be adding more probably to this one. I just don't know what I want to add yet. I might need to like, because these could go over multiple lines eventually. I might need to take out the spaces. But it wouldn't make sense. Why wouldn't it make sense? Why can't the spirit embody multiple animals? It'd just be like, oh, I like this animal. Don't see why that's an issue. Oh yeah, I was gonna add this one in. Butterflies. You claim rabbits. Monkeys and rabbits, why not? Easy peasy. Sun. I feel like sun. I don't know. It's. I don't know. I don't know what to give to the sun. Sun spirit. What else would he embody? Would he just embody the sun? Cold. That, I mean, to be honest, it could be kind of interesting. I'm not sure whether cold, though, is like... right. Like freeze? Frozen? Ice? Maybe? Nah, not ice. How about just illness? Weirdly, let's throw illness in there. Do I want like an animal in there? No, you know what? Humans. Just base ass humans. No, like secondary reading in there. It's definitely not implying humans have anything to do with illness or anything like that. No, definitely not. Just all the people, yeah. I mean, humans are like not the only race. Definitely not. I need to do races at some point, but like, I think I need to flesh out a few cities first to get an idea of what I want as sort of like, what sort of races would make sense. I also need to give him a name. Alright. I was going to give him that name originally. Yeah, Solari or Plague, depending on... Solari, Plague... I feel like maybe something to do with ice. Dude, what the fuck? I could literally just... Dude. I could add dude in there. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's an interesting like that is such an interesting combination actually. Like people would like pray to the sun and be like, save me from the cold, and he's just like, bitch, I control both. You gonna die. Galaxy stars, monkeys, rabbits. I'm gonna put this one second because it makes more sense with like the monkeys and rabbits. But I think cotton's an interesting potential name. I like how originally I started off with just then they're gonna be names, and now they've just kind of become things. Which is, you know, I mean, like, it could be worse, but maybe I need like a galaxy or star sounding name. Dicks. No, I mean, I'm not gonna write that, but literal walking penis. No. Do a Google Translate trick. Oh yeah, I could just... Yo, what's that? Sure, why not? Star in Korea. Perfect. Some for galaxy stars in larger cities and a few large cities. Yeah. Is there any other big spirits that I super like need? Also, I just realized I made these the wrong like thing. They should have been heading twos. Let me like fix that. Demote. Actually, maybe I can name this guy now. Let's name him. Followed exclusively by monkeys. I mean, that'd be kind of interesting. Just there's an animal spirit that leads animals. Just leads all the monkeys. No, don't like it. That could work. Mion was dust in Korean, but instead I've gone for the Korean for powder, which is galu. Exclusive to one city. Controls the cave system. Yeah, this is one of the ones that I kind of have an idea for what I want to do with it, because I've adapted a city that I have stories written for and have run a game in to be for this setting. So that one I actually have an idea for. Nyx comes from Sylphora's story, and then also this guy is going to be the main one for another city that I have that is quite fleshed out but not like fully done, and it didn't have like gods because it was just supposed to be a D&D city. So I think he's just gonna be like fit into it. Also, Brook's kind of an interesting name because I added an animal which is like a brook hound. So him it basically end up with like dogs named after him, or like water dogs named after him. Although if you read it, it's basically like a water sausage dog. Wait, it's like halfway between a dog and a snake. Oh my god. Genius. It all works out. I don't know if I want like another god. Or another god. You've got to stop calling them gods, they're spirits. I've made them spirits. Huge brain. Accidental huge brain. Yeah. It's... But I've just been assuming this entire time like the background music's been playing. It says it is. It's on monitor and output, so it should be outputting. Yeah. What else? Let's go with... Oops. Let's go with another one. Not based off of anyone. Not at all. Don't know what to name them yet. But they are gonna be based on... or Spirit 4. Blue. Not based on anyone. Nope, not at all. Nope. And what else do I want to put with that? I don't know, like... You know what, let's throw life in there. Blue and life. And then, like... So I feel like life generally would be an interesting one. Also art. Blue, life and art. Those things, like, go together quite well. And then, like, maybe, like, an animal or a personality trait to round it out. So I think four's possibly a nice number. No. Apologies, no. It doesn't feel right. I mean, it kind of fits with blue. What else fits with blue? Sadness? Sadness fits with blue. Although making it sadness is kind of yikes. Kind of quite yikes. candles. Something just really out there, like candles, yes. I represent candles. Why not? I mean, this Great Spirit already has like 2 super big things. So I feel like the other things should be like pretty minor. Those things are pretty minor. And then I kind of want another one. This doesn't feel like... It feels like there should be more. Roses, why not? Yeah, we'll throw roses in there, because roses are relatively minor. They shouldn't be like something that turns up a lot. And then, in terms of names, and I think as well they're going to be like sort of accidentally worshipped. Specifically candles, exactly, specifically candles. I mean, the point is, they're supposed to be like spirits for everything. Someone to come back to. Specifically candles. What could be a name for this one? The name should be something red. No, that's... Come on, that's... Why? Except the word blue. Red is the link between all of them except the word blue. That's kind of true. Ah, yeah. Kinda. That kind of makes sense, but... Wait, what if red and blue combine to make purple? Yeah, purple. Here we go. What's a nice shade of purple that could realistically be a name? Lilac. Yeah, that's got name potential. Okay, let's go lilac and then let's fuck up the word lilac a little bit. Yes. Nice. No one now is going to know that that's based off of lilac. It's perfect. And then, like, I could probably have another name. Like... I don't know. I'll leave that for now. Kalil? What's that? Is that, like, based off something? No? Yes? Maybe? It's just... Oh, god damn it. I should have seen that. Should have seen that. I think for now, maybe that's enough to, like, leaving that with. I don't know. But, like, I kind of put some into the spirits. We've got some bigger spirits. I mean, as I add stuff, I can come back to this and, like, throw in more. Belief system. I mean, is magic... How closely linked in is magic to the belief system? Do I want, like, to actually go into how the magic works in here? Or do I save that for, like, a different thing? Or, like, specifically for the areas? Maybe specifically for the areas. And it's like, because unless you're following a specific god, like you wouldn't have magic, except for that. This one's going to be an interesting one to be like, if this god sponsors mortals, how do mortals take their power? From candlelight? It's like an easy one, but like, they gotta get it from somewhere else. They can't just be walking around lighting candles everywhere. That doesn't make sense. Or it makes sense, but it's more like, eh. Yeah. Redeem code red at downloadmoremagic.com. Oh no. You need more RAM. More magic RAM. More random ass magic. Could I just make him like a god of color? Spirit of color? I mean, I know I've given blue to a different one. Blue's very specific. Whereas color's very general. Color spirit when you've assigned other colors to other spirits. Yeah, but then also we've got one that's stars. But then Nyx takes starlight or Celeste takes starlight. So I think it kind of makes a cool contrast where it's like neither of them really has the edge there. They're both like, I assume like when it came to like blue things, blue would have the edge over color. Yeah, you know what, actually, yeah. And then let's Rainbow. No, we're not gonna call him Rainbow. I think maybe just Gillu. He's only worshipped in one part of the world, so that's fine. Oh, do I want to put their real names somewhere? Do I just do I just throw in the spirit's real names? So, like yeah, if I ever need to know them. I mean, the only real names that would ever come into use would be, I guess, if I wrote stories about spirits themselves. But then also runs a bit of a risk. Because yeah, then suddenly people will be like, wait a second. This spirit's name, it seems very familiar. No. So what was I about to write? Oh yeah. Some greater spirits do have overlapping embodiments. Yeah, we'll just call them embodiments, whatever. Takes precedent. For example, more power over has to do with color blue than that. Similarly, Celeste, Starlight has more control over produce than what was the other one? The old Star Spirit does. Yeah, I think that's good. That gives an explanation of how like they fit in together. Time to add a load of random names to the dictionary. Sim's not a word. Sim is not a word. Oh well. Not sure what it's angry about here. But I should probably save. I don't think it auto saves, so that would have been real annoying if that had like crashed at some point. This is getting like fairly big. We're up to like 600 words. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I think I might. I'm happy with that. I don't know, like, I don't really have any more ideas for spirits at the top of my head right now. And like, do I want to go on to like making one of the areas today? Probably not. I mean, I've got some like ready to go almost, but to the point where there'd be a lot of copy pasting. And then just like altering a little bit rather than like full. Yeah, it's interesting. Could design an entirely new one. What, an entirely new city? I could start with. Yeah, I could. That might not be a terrible idea. We've got some interesting. Interesting stuff. I don't. Yeah, no, I think for now this might be okay, and then I can like come back to it and throw in more or less another time, more or less. No, throw in more another time. But I'm not sure which city I want to go to next, because I either want to do the Dust City or the other big city. I don't want to do Sill's home. I want to leave that for a while, though I guess I could. But I kind of want to do one that will help me flesh out either this god or this, well, that spirit or this spirit a bit more, because then I can come back and fill that in more and be like, yep, that's what it is. Also, what do you think about the setup? Because I changed how the world info works a little bit. I thought like, I don't know if world age even makes a difference, but like, it's probably not that useful. Maybe I'll get rid of world age and like, that'll give me an extra line to write a bit more about, like, because I kind of wanted to do like, what I'm doing now, what I was doing before I swapped, and that's like current focus versus previous focus, and then a little bit below of why I'm doing it. I don't know if that's like good or not. Also, the chat box seems to have like, I don't know. The chat box is like all over the place. What's the chat box? How is that? Apparently that's right. The chat box is like, it fits in, but maybe I need to like mix up the properties a little more. I probably need to like go into Streamlabs or whatever and screw around with the properties. Counts for chatter icons. Ugh. I don't care about those on the stream. Like, yeah, I have to like turn that off somehow. I feel like no. Yeah, I think I probably have to go to like Streamlabs to do it, but that's something for another time. Yeah, I don't think the world age is directly relevant. I was just keeping it in mind for like, to be honest, I might not even. I might make it a lot younger. I'm not sure because I mean it's about every 500 million years, Earth's continents like shifted and then reformed. So this like the implication here is like twice the like single continent has split and then crashed back into itself. And so being 0.2 kind of implies probably it's split again. Or I was hoping that's what I got with the 1.2, but I don't know. I yeah. But I mean everything's subject to improvement. The map I was thinking of like zooming in or having a little circle over what I was doing. So it's like definitely like zoom in for like specific cities on where the city is, circle it, and then you can see like the surrounding land and kind of what's around it. And then that'll give a bit of like focus on what's going on. But for like stuff like this where it's just everywhere, I just leave the map as like a overall sort of you can see. None of the map text is legible. Yeah, exactly. It's like super tiny, but like hopefully, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to play around with it to like get it to zoom properly, probably. Anyway, I am literally just gonna ramble on for ages unless I like stop this. Thanks for coming anyway, and I'll probably do more because it's quite chill just like talking through what I'm doing. It makes it nicer than just trying to do it by myself, honestly. Because, yeah, it's just nice to throw ideas out there and be like, is this good? Is this bad? And then people can be like, what the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Or just suggest things. Yeah, hard to motivate to do by yourself. Yeah. I mean, if you do, I would say if you do sometime, I would come and watch it. But like, also that might spoil stuff depending on what you were doing. Yeah. I mean, my plan is not to like, because I might want to use this in the future for like running something. So there's not going to be any like stories in here of like, or storylines of what can happen. It'd be more like, oh, I could do something around this. But I wouldn't be writing down specifically like, oh, this god is fighting, this spirit's fighting this spirit, and there's a menace of orcs coming from this area or whatever. It'd just be more like, this is the city, this is like the setup of these are the important people in the city, these are the important places. Which I don't think's too... it gives away too much because I kind of imagine it's the kind of thing that you could learn by like sitting down with someone and talking to them for like an hour or so, be just being like, hey, tell me about your city. What do you export? What do you import? Who runs it? Where are the pubs? The important stuff. But yeah. Also this writing. Yeah, I've got this writing thing's nice. I think that's a nice like level as well, hopefully for the stream. I think it's readable, so it's like, oh my god, I'm rambling again. I just ramble all the time. If I'm just left by myself, I'm just like, yes, ramble, do nothing. And then it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I might write about the Sea of Storms next, actually. That could be interesting to be like, yeah, so this area over to the west, like, why can't people go through it? Or like, why can people go through it, but why is there not more people going through it? Because I want it to be like, it's like a border in that it's really hard to get across, but like a few people could get across. So I need to think of a reason why like large ships couldn't travel there, but a really small ship could. So then like a lot of trading goes on, but it's all done by like small ships that are like sponsored by the island cities. So the island cities are like, go across the Sea of Storms, get me this stuff, and then I'll like pay you handsomely for it. And it's like this small ship that has like 5 people rowing it. Yeah. I might put that this, like it's the Sea of Storms because there's just always going to be storms. But maybe if it was caused, I was just thinking that when you said depends what's causing it. Maybe if it's caused by something alive, maybe there's something sinking the ships. So yeah, it doesn't notice the smaller vessel. Oh, that could be interesting. Oh, then I get to come up with like an ocean monster. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. You know what? I'm not doing anything. Well, actually, no, I gotta go in a bit. But so that I don't forget this. World building? Would it go under world building? No, it'd go under the Sea of Storms. Shimmer Sea of Storms. New document. Sea law. It's like interesting. Is this gonna come up if I okay, so I think if I do this. Aha! That worked. Nice. So while I remember now, Sea of Storms law. Like synopsis description. I don't know. Yeah, this is great. This is great. They took SeaWorld to a whole nother level. Exactly. So sea separates the 2 continents. The other continent past it is rich with because I imagine this place to be quite cold, like overall quite cold. Like even the scorched plains, I don't think it's gonna be like super hot. It's gonna be like a cold plain almost. Rich with rich with resources that do well in warmer temperatures. Temperatures. What happened there? Spices, fruits. What else does well in warm temperatures? I don't know. Fruits, etc. That's fine. Bitches do well in forms. I'm not putting bitches. We don't. I mean, maybe they do import bitches, but you know, it's not a well. It's like they import animal girls. Okay, that's what comes over from there. They get those cat girls and they just import them. Cat girl imports. Oh no, I'm not sure I want that to be a part of the law. import cat girls all the time. It's too late. It's too late. It's cat girl imports. Cat girl imports are happening. Oh no. Oh no. Brain, think, things. What was I saying? What was... Oh yeah, trade and settlement is limited due to the fact no ship no medium large ship can pass through. No one is quite sure why. They export any animal person crossovers? Mm, no? I don't know. Maybe. I don't have the races sorted out yet. Maybe there can be like cat people race that gets imported. Oh no, this just seems so bad. I guess hunter sea creatures nom need sink all the ships. The Shimmersea sponsor smaller ships to make the crossing and complete trades. Kind of want an idea of what the big hunter sea creature thing could be. Humans with patches of scales and tails or horns or whatever. Yeah, honestly, that would be pretty cool. Like human animal sort of hybrids. Maybe that could legitimately be what comes from, like, as a people, what comes from the other land. They're like humans with some animal stuff. Convinced she not full, not full. It would be like they have like whiskers and that's it, or stuff like that, you know. Mm, failed experiment imports, exactly. They tried to make a cat girl and all it could do was meow and has a tail, and that's it. And it's like, this isn't right. That's actually kind of an interesting idea. I might add, legitimately add it as like a thing. Character in mind you've been designing with a half dragonborn. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty cool. That's cool. Make her blind. I mean, you could make her, like, have heat vision. That's an interesting way to be, like, not blind, but also blind. Because if something's cold-blooded, you just don't notice it while it's sleeping. You just dead-ass, like, look at it and be like, nah, it's nothing there. Consider the heat. Yeah, because movement vision is bullshit, but heat vision was an actual thing. Heat vision exists. Overall description, maybe. Tremor sense and how it's busted. Yeah, makes sense. But like, the thing with all of those is they generally would take longer than like other forms. Like think about like sonar that like bats have and stuff. Like you can fairly easily slap a bat out of the air if you want to. But the bat's never going to crash into you, but if you go for the bat, you can be pretty, you could get it fairly easily. Do I want the creatures sinking the ships to be like single, like packs? Because I feel like the whole swallow the ship whole thing is so like cliche, and it's like ugh. I also don't want them to literally just be piranhas, because that just as well, that's like boring. Lots of small ones following the alpha. That could work. Yeah. I think if they're like roaming in packs and stuff, try fucking with them before eventually killing them. That could work. I was about to say, like, what if they're a form of squid? But then I'm like, wait a second, that's literally just a kraken. God damn it, it can't just be a kraken. That's not great. What if it's like a massive fucking crab? Take a land mod, but the problem is these things would have to actually swim. They'd have to be able to swim fairly well. I could take a bird. Birds are actually fairly well suited to swimming. A bird? Damn, I really don't know what I want to make it look like. I think, okay, right, okay. First off, part number one, how does it swim? I kind of like the bird-like idea. So, swimming, um, wing fins. Um, how many? How many wing fins does it have? I mean, yeah, four's very, very classic. Hmm. 18, 18. I mean, that thing's just gonna be like fucking disgusting amount of flappings. Even numbers are classic. 19. Oh no, what's the 19th one? Um, no, let's say 6, because this could be quite interesting, right? If we say 6, 2 large ones, 4. 4 smaller rear ones, 4 direction. Sure, yeah, why not? And then, okay, so the head. How does the head look? And is the head its main, is the head gonna be its main, like, aggressiveness? Or like... Wait, why does this thing need one head? Why can't it just have multiple? Why can't this be like a Hydra-ass thing? But how many heads then? This is a dilemma. Multiple heads. Attached to each wing. No, wait. That doesn't sound right. How would it work? Like, it'd like flap and then just knock itself out. Abomination time. I mean, these things kind of should be abominations, but I think that might be a bit too far. I think they should have like, almost beaks. You know, like squid beaks? Have you seen a squid beak? Kind of like snakes, topped with a squid beak. Yeah. A bird, multi-headed, head on wings monster in session 1. I'm just gonna literally just be like, how does this thing fly? Why have the heads not knocked itself out yet? Every time it flies, it's not going to be able to work out which direction it's going. It's going to fall. It's a land monster. It just flaps its wings at you and falls over. Because it has no balance. Oh no. Maybe I need... how many heads should it have? Random number generator. Give me a number and we'll put it into a random number generator and see how many heads it should have. Okay, somewhere between 0 and 19. Random number generator. Minimum 2, because it needs to have at least 2. Maximum 19. Generate. 3. No, that's too boring. Hydras have 3 heads. It can't be 3. It can be anything except 3. Try again. It came up with 3 again. Okay, 15. Yes, this is a good amount. 15 heads. Holy crap. This thing this thing sounds like an absolute fucking menace. Heads upon heads, a multi-tiered monster. Wait, oh my god. Actually, you know what? Okay. 15 heads, they're kind of like snakes. The heads are in a in a combination? No, in a ordering where one is furthest back in the center. Um, One is furthest back in the center, where the biggest one is furthest back in the center, flanked by a circle of, right, how many does that leave? 14? I want there to be, I guess, if I make like a circle of 4 slightly smaller ones on longer necks. Ringed by the final 10 on the longest. So, you know, like, the more of like a kraken made a Medusa seabird monster, exactly. So it's like the heads, like, it's like the more of a kraken, except instead of teeth, they're all heads. It's just more heads. So this thing just like devours stuff by like pushing it in towards the big head. So the big head can smash through, because the big head's got the like strongest beak, surely. I don't know how the body looks, to be fair. The most disgusting fracture I've ever heard of. Well, that's the idea. You don't want to see one of these things. I think if you ever see one, you're dead. But what should it be called? It needs a suitably... What's bad article? Apparently that. Kraken, but all the teeth are heads. Yes. This is a suitably disgusting monster. Is there anything else I want to give them? Maybe what it sounds like. Does it make a sound? I mean, I guess the beaks could like click, 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 click. And it'd be like lots of clicking. Says its name. What's its name though? Fractals. Wait, I could just call them fractals. That might not even be that bad. Disgusting fractal. I feel like if I ever introduce you to this game now, you're just gonna go out searching for one of these things to kill them. It's like, no, should not do that. That does not seem like a good idea. No, you'd never go anywhere near this place. You're gonna go yeah, but to go catgirl hunting, you have to go across this sea. Yeah, they're called fractals. They're called fractals now. Fractals. Yeah, but you realize, like, it's rare they bring someone back. And for every person they bring back, so do come over, extremely rarely, and everyone they bring back could have a random animal feature. It's not necessarily going to be a cat girl. You might get like a pig girl, and the only difference is like they have a pig nose. And I mean, how would you feel about that? Just being like, yeah, pig nose. know? If you're to say like pig noses are cute or something, but it just has one single pig hoof. Did I say you play a campaign in this world? But you play a campaign in this world. I'm down to do a campaign in this world when I've fleshed it out a bit more, because at the moment I would definitely have to make up stuff on the spot all of the time. I've made it way too big with way too little in it at the moment. Although it could be an interesting like setup with a group being like, hey, some groups power through content and some like, yes, yeah, some like find a city and they're like, I want to take over this city. And then you're like, you weren't supposed to stay in this city. And then they spend the next like 20 sessions in the city like trying to take it over. 13 sessions and you barely gone anywhere. Yeah. Questing around a small corner of the map. Hasn't had the detail of the world, just this tiny corner. Oh, it sounds amazing. Wait, have I been doing etc. wrong? Oops. 90% of the sessions are RP. That's pretty nice. I tried to do a RP heavy thing. It did not go too well. I mean, it went okay, but like, I don't know. I don't think the players were that into it. And that was an issue. And I probably should have guessed from the people that I had playing that that was not gonna work. Yeah. Have you got everyone's backstories, by the way? You gotta get people willing to RP exactly. I think we had like one who was super up for it. One who was kind of up for it. One who would do it, but was not like super into it. And one person who was just like, no. Kinda. Some haven't got you the detailed version. One is just throwing ideas. Would that be throw? Just throwing ideas? Because I noticed he said he could very easily swap into steampunk. Expecting you to put it all together. Oh no. We're just writing his right now. Nice. It's something. It's something. Ooh. To push it to RP, it might be hard. Because Pars is very new, and new people tend to not be so into the RP. You never know, you can get one that will throw themselves into it. Throw, I know, is not particularly confident in doing like voices and stuff, but I think he'd be down for it. My experiences with Cal, he's willing to RP, but he seems to enjoy more the like combat-y stuff. Yeah, my experience with him was he seemed to more enjoy the sort of combat-y style stuff. Like he'd like RP within it, but not all the time, or like not like the super main focus. Like I could quite happily just sit down for a session and just be like, yeah, we're going to a party, let's RP this party. And we'll just RP what we're doing, and then the only like times you like come out of the RP, I like to say, oh, I want to go over to this place and talk to this person. And to be fair, Cal was quite down with that, but then I remember after a session or two, he was like, I kind of want to do combat. So I was like, so I'm like, yeah, I think he's gonna be very much one of those where it's like he's happy to do the RP and he likes doing it, but it can't be like all the time. But I think we can do it because I think if it was like, it's just mm, not like all the time. So I think it should be fine. Because I expect with Parv and Fro as well, they're not going to want to do it all of the time, so we're going to have a nice mix, probably. You're pushing your own idea on the group, yeah, that's not going to work. You'll find out quite quickly it won't work. You're like, yeah, more RP. RP does make it somewhat easier for the DM, unless it's RPing with NPCs, then sometimes it can become a problem. I think it's enough for the Sea of Storms lore for now. It's just a basic, this is what's over here, this is what to look out for. Why do people actually go there? Or why is it hard to get past? Um, cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a while then, and I mean I might come back later, or I guess we'll probably play Mario Kart or something later. So I'll see ya. Bye.